I am very excited to show you this game today. What we're about to watch is one of the craziest matches of Strongholds in Halo 5 I've ever seen. I think it might be one of the craziest matches in Halo 5's history, and thankfully I had the opportunity to cast it. Now, this match took place during last Sunday's Esports Arena Halo 5 4v4. This happens every weekend. It featured Sentinels, which is a pro team, of course, up against Envy9. This is a team that's comprised of 2 members of Envy, 2 members of Cloud9 put together, so also a massive pro team. They came together in grand finals. Sentinels was in loser's side bracket, Envy on winner's side. Sentinels reset the bracket. This is the final match in that bracket reset, the final match in the tournament. And my God, is the ending intense. If you, for whatever reason, don't have time to watch this whole video, skip to the end. Trust me, you won't regret it. It's insane. Of course, the entire game is very entertaining, so hopefully you watch it all. If you want to know more about these Esports Arena events and how to watch them live, how to maybe compete yourself, all that info is in the description. Enjoy the video today. If you guys like it, remember to let me know. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'd appreciate that. I'll see you in the next one. We got Strongholds Empire to close out this series, to close out this tournament, Wes. It's going to be a hell of a battle here. We got the OS, we got the camo to fight for. We've seen some crazy stuff on Strongholds Empire. We've seen 100 O's. We've seen like 99-0 and a massive comeback. Could see anything on this map.
Yeah, I mean, this game type is so fast-paced. It's so control-based. And there's so many like different ways to play it that you really have an opportunity for like a shocking final, right? Like with camo and overshield on the map in such a small map, you couldn't. The opportunity to see like plays being made by individuals is absolutely insane. We're gonna see Frosty go for this camo off the start, but it's gonna be Saiyan that opts to try and just burn it, loses the fight to Frosty, and because Saiyan chose to not try and fight Frosty but to burn that camo, he's actually gonna opt to give Pit over to Sentinels early on. And perfect shots come out of Frosty. He's gonna start this game 3 off on a hot streak, because right now he's just secured the pit, which is so difficult to do early on for his team, and because of it, you're going to see Sentinels get the opportunity to get the first lead.
Frosty was looking clean for sure. This is the game to close the tournament. This is the game where you take all of your power, all your energy, you put it into this moment right here, and you seal it out. And Trippy's going to look to do that as well. He's got plenty of OS left to work with, so let's see how he uses it. Of course, lost his team on the bend. Shots into Snakebite. Nice shots from him, but Snakebite going to back out. Big live from Snakebite to get out of that situation. But Trippy, knowing not to chase the kill, going to go back and try to fight for map control, get some picks. At the same time here, they need slays if they want to dive into pit. And right now, they're not getting it. You can see Renegade got 5. He's got his teammates down low map, playing it super slow here. If they can just get a couple slays, they can start to pour into bottom mid, but they need those picks, and Sentinel's making it so hard to work for here.
Yeah, what Envy worked so hard for to get that overshield was just mitigated completely. Trippy unable to do just about anything with that overshield, but as of now, 3 straight dead for Sentinels, and that's going to be Roll 2, the last guy alive, with an opportunity to try and compete for pit. Looks like he's delayed it for a second, but no second longer, right? Envy's able to take him out, get control of the pit, and now Envy's going to be able to start scoring. 21-3 though, so Sentinels has built themselves a comfortable lead in order to be able to try and compete with this Envy control, and they're going to be able to have their time in order to do so. They have to get the slays, and they do not get the slays as of now, so Envy continuing to score and cut into this lead.
Yep. It was a lead, but not too much of a lead to be scary for Envy. We've seen some scary situations in Strongholds Empire, but it's good that they got their points nice and early here. Frosty going to go down. That's a big time to get a kill, but if he shoots the... Oh, does he get the kill, though? There we go. They do get it, so that's a big burn on the camo right there. Royal 2 and Snakebite capitalizing, going to keep the pressure up on Saiyan right now as he just tries to dipsy doodle his way around the window, and he does just that. Royal 2 unable to get either of those kills, so nice way to turn the favor here in the OS. Did manage to get in the hands of Frosty as he gets a double, but goes down, and they hold on to the double cap, and it looks like they're going to be fighting to tie this game up here. We got a series down to the wire here, Wes, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, you're going to see Envy take control of red. You're going to see Sentinels take control of blue, but the pit remains in control of Envy this entire time. Ever since they've been able to get it, they haven't lost it, and because of it, they've actually taken the lead 27 and climbing.
Royal 2 with a nice kill from behind here. Going to try to capitalize, keep that pressure up. You can see they're trying to get back That pit capture. Royal 2 with the nice play to get behind them, and they do cap it. He wasn't in there the whole time, so one of his teammates was sitting, I'm not sure who it was just sitting on the edge in a very tricky spot to keep that cap alive while Royal 2 made the rotation. So Sentinels with a huge play to get back pit, and Royal 2 just trying to capitalize on that pressure to keep him down on spawn. Trippy and Saiyan gonna try to return the favor here to get back pit. And can they do it? I don't know if they can do it right now. They're getting collapsed on from both sides. Tommy in trouble, and he can't get the stop on pit. So points still in the favor of Sentinels as they continue to hold control here.
Dude, the battle for pit is always so chaotic and insane, and it looks like Sentinels was somehow able to come away with it. You had to think Envy kind of messed up a little bit with multiple members alive. They allowed pit to just get transferred over to Sentinels. You saw Saiyan top middle as Royal 2 actually just finished off the bottom middle pit control, and that's kind of a unaware blunder by Saiyan in the heat of the moment to understand that situation and to contest it during that time. Points continuing to climb for Sentinels right now. They're trying to control red, and the pressure is on from outside. Snakebite finds himself in a one-on-one. He knows Renegade is here. Renegade knows Snakebite is here as well, but Snakebite's going to end up repositioning himself and finding the victor in the battle. Neptune actually picks up a double in the kill feed, and that was 3 dead. With Overshield and Camo coming up, these are the power-ups Sentinels needs in order to go for a trip cap. Frosty with a fresh 2 kills allows Snakebite to fly into blue. If Frosty's able to stay alive, which it looks like Snakebite's able to keep him alive, they're going to be able to double cap blue here. A nade coming from outside is going to be the indicator that Snakebite needs to know exactly where all of Envy is spawning, and because of it, he's going to be able to defend blue base for the meantime. While 2 players push in, Frosty is going to be here to help him out. Neptune picks up the kill on the first player in the hill from the angle, and the reset comes in. The trip cap continuing to bleed the score.
This is so beautiful from Sentinels. From the moment we saw Snakebite on our feed to this moment right here, he's just non-stop GOAT plays coming out of this team right here. They got control of the power-ups. They got a trip cap. They've reset the trip cap. This is the scary situation for Envy9 where you start to get desperate to try to get into a capture, to try to just get something to stop the bleeding. But thankfully, Envy9 manages to do that. They manage to get pit as well. So they stop the bleeding. They get back some points on their side here before things get too out of control for them. But can they hold on? 72-39 right now as Neptune slows things down to a crawl, getting right behind Eco. Royal 2 with the first pick. They're so good at isolating these fights. Look at this. Snakebite flying in to get the double team. That's 2 dead right here. 3 dead. They're getting multiple slays as they dive into pit. This is going to be a pit side capture, and there is nothing Envy9 can do about it.
A huge play by Snakebite to swoop in there and save Royal 2's life in that one-on-one situation. You had to think Royal 2 was going to lose that one-on-one, but Snakebite, because Royal 2 was able to stay alive, Snakebite and Royal 2 are both able to hop into the pit. They're able to transfer that with another kill on the player into pit, and because of it, they found themselves back in control and scoring. They've got themselves a 30-point lead. Envy has to make a play here shortly. They're trying to play for Camo right now. Neptune knows that Renegade is going to be around this Camo, and they're sending multiple members over here. 2 players, no shield. Neptune doesn't find one of them, and they pick up the Camo. That's exactly what you want to see if you're an Envy fan. They executed that perfectly. Now, are they going to be able to get pick control?
Yeah, but I saw OS up as well. I don't see anybody holding OS, so I don't know if they burned it. I think they might have burned Royal 2 with the OS. So I think that's out of play as well. They don't have pit yet, though. Despite, there's the slay. They gotta live with Camo. I think it's Renegade with Camo up on top mid right now. They gotta get in pit and get this capture. They're trying to do it. 90 points on the board here as Royal 2 gets taken down by Trippy. And they do have pit. They're gonna push for a trip cap here, so Envy9 looking to turn this around with not a second left to spare here. They got to play this perfectly. I'm loving the pressure coming out from these guys. If they can hold on, they might be able to swing things. And this is it right here. You can see how important that pick capture is, because the moment the enemy team gets one side base, they just flip over. They get the other side base. They keep that pressure up. Going to push for a trip cap once again. That's going to force a blue side spawn. So it's a cycle. You see this cycle starting to happen, and Trippy's trying to get the timing on the cycle.
Yeah, but this entire time, Envy hasn't been able to successfully hold a trip cap, and they're down 59-92, right? You needed that trip cap to come in and just secure a couple of seconds, because right now, if Sentinels gets the slays, this game's going to be over. Unfortunately for Sentinels fans, though, they don't get the slays, and Envy actually answers the ring of the bell there in the bottom mid pit. They collapse. 3 players do their job as far as swarming
into give up numbers for this,
and just trading their kills. It does look like they've been able to take red, but the second they do, they flip it onto blue.
They got a trip cap somehow, though. So that's beautiful. I'm not really sure what allowed that to transpire, but they flew numbers into red. I thought for a second like that would give up pressure on Pit, but they got some crucial slays. They're holding onto a trip. Eco gonna fly into red. He's got to find this player though. Can he stop the cap from happening? Trippy coming in from the other side to get the collapse on Snakebite. They get the kill, and they're still holding the trip here. Camo OS coming up. This is the game-winning Camo OS. If they hold on to these power-ups, they could actually win the game. And I think they're set up for them. I'm gonna start cycling around this POV just to see who has what or what time they're coming up. I don't see anybody on these power-ups yet.
Beautiful shots by Eco there to get Snakebite a kill, but a perfect kill from Frosty. He's able to trade that one out, but Trippy, he's going to find himself OS, and Trippy able to make it into the pit before it gets under control. Trippy trying to find his way throughout the damage, is able to stop the conversion. He's going to hop into blue. They're going to try and push their advantages and try and get a trip cap here. Sentinel's going to be forced to actually jump in the pit before they lose this game, and they're going to be swarmed from every angle. 2 straight kills go in their favor, though, so how this is going to play out, they're all jumping into blue. There's 3 of them jumping into blue right now. They're able to get blue. Are they able to make it back to pit? This is absolute chaos right now. They have to get the reset, and it looks like 3 kills go in favor of Envy. And Envy takes the series 100-99. You can't get it any closer, but Envy clutches up, and the rotation's not enough for Sentinels plus Neptune at the end.
What did I just watch?
My God, that was
I have
the most
no idea what I just watched.
Ending to a game.
Yo, there were so many. Okay, I'm at a loss for words right now. So Envy won, just for the record, and Envy just won.
Yes.
Somehow. Okay. My God, dude, I was trying to call out. Frosty had camo in the end. They all poured into pit, and I was like, can he make a play? Oh, and it was can we get a replay and just watch it again? I just got to see it again.
It was Sentinels being forced to rotate to blue and then being forced back to the pit that forced them into a funnel situation, and that made it easy for the Envy players that were spawning up to hit multiple players with nades to line up like angles and whatnot. It's because Sentinels had to play so predictably at the end because they had no time to do anything else, that it made it easier for Envy to have an advantage in that situation. And the timing just worked out so perfectly. I mean, it can't get any closer than that.
I think I just found my next breakdown video, Wes. Maybe I'm going to have to watch this one. And
good luck.
I'm definitely going to have to watch it. Good luck. Yeah, the end of that game, my God. Just looking at this scoreboard, not that I don't even know if that really tells the tale at this point. I mean, Neptune, 22 kills, leading the pack here, 22-15. Relatively even in slays across the board here. A little unfortunate for Trippy, went 9-15, but he got good assists. Renegade with 21 kills. Even damage. Honestly, like these teams are more even than I think any 2 teams we've seen in grand finals in any Esports Arena tournament. Apparently, we do have a replay. Wes, you mentioned it. You said it beautifully that they had to commit. They had to leave pit. They had to fly to blue. They had no choice. So I'll let you kind of take the reins on this.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, we're hopping on pretty early into everything that happens from here on out. You see Sentinels 94-62 and climbing. Nice, so you're gonna see Eco hop into red. He's going to win that huge shots by Eco right there to win that one-on-one against Frosty, and that's going to secure this trip cap. Now, this trip cap is going to last for so long, right? Sentinels needs to get control of red here, and nobody comes over to help Snakebite out and get red. They all opt to go towards blue or bottom middle, and because of that, they just expected Snakebite to win this one-on-one, but it doesn't actually end up being a one-on-one because Renegade does Eco does such a good job of buying time that Trippy's able to actually impact that. And once that kill comes in and they deny red, it's bought them so much time to come back in the score. I mean, they already have 82-97. What was just a 30-point game is now just a 14-point game. Beautiful shots by Eco. That you started switching point of views right there. Eco lands those beautiful shots on the Snakebite. And because of that, it opens up Trippy to get this overshield. Now, when Trippy gets this overshield, what does he do? He sees Pit's taken. So he's got to get into Pit right now. So he's just being a human tank right now, trying to soak up damage and awareness for his team and buy his
Waste
team
no
time.
time going to blue, too.
His team gets the slays, which open up blue for them. When they push blue, it's a tower spawn for Sentinels, which forces they don't have time to go to red. They have to go to bottom middle. But because they go to bottom middle, they're able to actually pick up a few kills and then hop into blue. They have time to hop into blue, but once they hop into blue, they all have to scatter back to bottom pit. But they all have to go out of the window, which makes their route so predictable for Renegade to throw that nade and be an easy kill. And because of it, Envy just has the advantage in those rotations at all times. It's a mouthful, but it's an excellent execution from Envy.
Yeah. And it's
understanding the situation and how to play your advantage is what Envy did. Envy knew that they had the angles, they had the advantage on the rotational pulls, and it was just an absolutely wild outcome towards the end.
Think about this for a second, though. So the only way for that team to spawn tower is if somebody's in blue and somebody's in red at the same time. They had so I'm going to shout out Coach Callous here. They had basically a U setup from blue to pit to red base, and it forced a tower side spawn. And because they forced a tower side spawn, Sentinels had no choice but to fall into pit because it's their closest capture. They had to go pit. Had they had nobody in red, they would have spawned red, and they would have had a much easier time getting that red side cap and then going from red to try to fight for pit. So, I mean, some wild stuff just happened in that game. You could play it back over and over again. That's a good breakdown piece for sure. Somebody's got to, maybe I'll make some content on it. I don't know, but amazing game. I couldn't ask for anything better. Wes, I think you can agree. Probably one of the most exciting grand finals we've ever had in an Esports Arena tournament.
I don't know if I've ever casted a game like that. That was just.
I couldn't help but laugh. It was so I was losing my mind.
Absolutely insane ending.